Bonjour, Nathalie here. Welcome to Franco Foods. Today, I'm taking you on an adventure away from the cold shores of the northeastern United States to the warm sand and surf of the Horn of Africa. We're going to Djibouti. I'm making the Djiboutian national dish, Skoudehkaris. As always, the recipe, comments, and links are in the description below. To start, I'm chopping up the tomatoes. Now, the recipe I'm using calls for the tomatoes to be peeled and seeded. I find that rather tedious. Honestly, I don't even think it's necessary in this type of dish, so I'm ignoring that. I might toss out some of the excess blubbery parts, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do it. Okay, next up, the onions. I don't know why the recipe calls for 2 types of onions. Well, I'm sure there's a bit of a flavor difference, but would it make a big difference if I used the same throughout? I don't know. But since I'm being a rogue when it comes to the tomatoes, I'll follow the recipe. All in all, it took me about 20 minutes to gather and prepare the ingredients. Now it's time to get cooking. I love using my Dutch oven. 1-pot cooking, easy cleanup, love it. Like many stews, we're gonna start by browning the meat. Now this recipe does call for cut up lamb shoulder or the shank, but I couldn't find it at the store where I was, and they did have ready cubed lamb, so that's what I'm using. Djibouti is one of the 80-plus countries that are part of the Francophonie world. As a former French colony, French remains one of the 2 official languages of the country. If you'd like to learn more about Djibouti, there's a great article on it at the FAC website. Okay, the meat is browned. I've added the onions, and they're nice and soft and translucent. That's what they call sweating in cook term. Time to add the garlic, tomatoes, and spices. If you look at it, Skoudehkaris really is a simple recipe, something we would do here as well. But the variety of spices make it quite aromatic. I'd say more so than at least what I would normally make. Actually, when I was growing up, I don't remember my mom using a lot of herbs and spices in our meals. My dad was rather picky, so I don't know if it was because of that, or maybe it was just a general usage of spices or lack thereof in Quebec as a whole in the 60s, 70s, and beyond. But the spiciest additive I remember my mom using was black pepper. There was the occasional red pepper flakes, but that's when she made spaghetti. Now, I'm covering everything up with boiling water, put the lid on, and into the oven for 45 minutes. Today's vocab is un agneau, la cardamome, le cumin, la cocotte, une portion. Oh, that smells so nice. Ooh. Okay, time to add the rice. So the recipe I'm kind of following at this point didn't specify the type of rice to use. I'm using brown rice, and the steps do say to check after 15 minutes and add liquid as needed, so I'm going to do that until my rice is nicely cooked. Okay, the Skoudehkaris is ready. And by the way, if anybody knows how to say this properly, let me know how I'm doing. I'd love to hear. So all in all, I had to cook the stew about another extra hour from the initial 45 minutes to make sure that all the rice was fully cooked. It did not require any extra liquid, so yay. Okay, time to put it on the plate. Some fresh cilantro. Here we go. I can taste the spices. It's not too hot though. Okay, now for the lamb. Okay, full disclosure, I don't usually like lamb, and I really like it this way. Et voilà. Skoudehkaris, the Djiboutian national dish, a flavorful and aromatic lamb stew. You know, my husband always says you need to try foods prepared in a variety of ways. Well, he's right. This is a new recipe for the Hearty family. I highly recommend you give it a try. Recipe is in the description with links and other information. Thanks so much for joining me today. Until next time, merci et à la prochaine!